All of this is coming from my view, my perspective. We just gonna talk about it. Yo, 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 it's your man Lucky Calhoun back in the building. Back at it again. Boom, so check it. Here we are again, Wednesday. Talk about it. It's your man Lucky Calhoun. Coming at you once again on Talk About It Live. My view, my perspective. Allow me to get my energy right? Let me get my energy right while I'm sitting over here acting as if. But a lot of things going on. And we gonna talk about it. Definitely we gonna talk about it because we have to. If you have a platform, we have responsibilities. And man, it sort of is what it is today. You know, I spend a lot of my energy giving out motivation and trying to be positive, trying to keep things uplifted. So one of the things that I'm gonna have to remember is how I do, my family and how we do each other. We encourage each other to stay uplifted, on that positive. So we are gonna do some positive, because I'm gonna definitely give you some positive, some good advice. But have to be honest. We got to talk about some topics, situations, issues going on in America today. And this is your man Lucky Calhoun on Talk About It Live. My view, my perspective. We just gonna talk about it. So welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in. It's your man Lucky Calhoun, and we gonna get right to it. Every Wednesday and Friday, you can catch me on Talk About It Live at 7. Get it wrong every time. 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can catch me along with guests on the show. My show comprises of just putting information out there to the people, whether it be businesses, services. If you have that entrepreneur spirit and you have something you want to put out to the people, I'm allowing you to be on this platform so you can get your products out there. So definitely get in tune with Talk About It Live. Talk About It CC. Drop a message if you want to be a part of the show. Like I say, it's every Wednesday and Friday with your man Lucky Calhoun, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can get on Talk About It Live and we can go in on some subjects. And can't wait to have you on as a guest. And also, as Talk About It Live is going, if you're a part of the discussion, you can definitely tune in. Hit the view. I'll let you in. Ain't no buffoonery and foolery, but definitely always welcome for that input from the audience. Sooner or later, we gonna get the people's point of view back in. I can't wait to have the people's point of view back with Live Me. I had a good time over there. So shout out to the people's point of view at Live Me. So, as we move forward, we got situations that, let's just be honest, this is America, right? We don't always have to agree. We don't always have to be on the same side, have the same views. But to kill because of hate, because of a strong dislike, right? Because people, it ain't hate, but it's something so deep within you that doesn't allow basic humanitarian feelings to come about, such as care, broad daylight things are happening. You got video, you have recordings, and also often sort of that same old tune, right? At the end of the day, no convictions. Even though, hey, we're not back in the 70s, you know, where it was, hey, the revolution to be televised, and they didn't have that social media platform to sort of jump out there and be like, hey, this is what's going on, blase blah, you know, this is what's going on in the streets, this is real time. You know, they had to report on those types of things, right? And, you know, by the time that news spread, you know, it could have been months on end by the time we heard about something in Chicago, down in Florida, if we're not looking at the news on TV. You know, you get it by way of the newspaper, you get it by way of people talking, but not the case today, right? It's instant news, instant visuals. And you're like, hey, that's a good thing, right? Everything is seen. All of the stuff that we talk about now has eyes to it, and the community sees it, and the world sees it. And that's the good thing, right? Because that allows for those that are doing wrong and justice to be, hey, broadcasted, peekaboo, everybody see you, what you're doing. George Floyd, say his name. A man, black man, killed by 4 police officers in Minneapolis. One of the cops, 9 minutes, had his knee in the neck of a George Floyd, and you can hear him asking for help, you know, basic. Hey, help. I'm handcuffed. I'm on my stomach. Help. I can't breathe, right? Another Eric Garner situation. I can't breathe. And not only the fact that, you know, you already got him in a position where he's not causing you a threat. The look on the cop was of at ease, as if he enjoyed what he was doing. He was at ease at what he was doing, putting pressure on this man's neck. Yeah, the cops got fired, but that's not the end. You know, I'm glad that it did gain recognition. But I mean, as I talk about this one instance, it's probably something going on right now. It's probably something that's going to happen when we wake up in the morning. But yet we talk about this instance, and then another one surfaces, and another one surfaces, and all of this stuff is broadcasted, and still nothing is happening to the individuals that have this racist mentality, white supremacist mentality, and then you try to figure out, when is enough, right? When is enough? So Minneapolis, you know, they got their riots going on. And, you know, like many of us, like, yeah, you know, we want to resolve things peacefully, but when is enough? When is enough? I mean, I could sit here and just rattle off names. Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Alton Sterling. I mean, you just on and on and on and on and on. And it's like the community, to me, is at that boiling point, right? Hey, we're tired of the police not doing what they are being paid to do. Protect and serve and protect, right? Protect and serve, whatever you want to say it and however you want to say it. They serving us, all right, but not protecting us. Why? Because it's already known that black skin is a weapon, automatically, off jump, presumed guilty. It's already hard on a daily basis for a black man to survive leaving out the doors from his wife, kids, family members, to go out there in that world and deal with those pressures, and then, you know, still have to come home and, you know, show that love and that uplift. But it's an obstacle as soon as you walk out your front door, right? Will I make it home? Because there's somebody out there that's intentionally wanting to do me harm, wanting to do me injustice, don't want to see me win in the game, don't want to threaten by just my very existence. And then you got people out there like, come on, bro, it's 2020. You scared of black people? 2020. You got so many people out there that's, you know, hey, you know, all lives matter. No, it don't. All lives do not matter. Black lives matter. We say it, but then we want to say all lives matter as if black lives are wrapped up in that matter as well. It's not. Just like they say, all lives don't matter until black lives matter. And it's, you know, the pain, it's so much pain out there in the streets. You look at these cops, and you got cops that's out there that, hey, you know, people have these ambitions to be somebody in life. They always want to be somebody in life. And some of these cops went out there and they definitely wanted to be that game changer. They wanted to be that young rookie to come in and say, you know what? Hey, I'm a good person. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to make sure I call it as I see it. I'm going to make sure that I call out, you know, the BS going on around here. You know, I'm going to be a good cop. I'm going to be out there in the community, shaking it up, dapping, letting them know that I'm a real person, right? So you come in like that. Like, that's how I'm going to do this job. I'm going to change. I'm going to help change the visuals of the police department. If it was one of those departments that, you know, had a black eye, or even if it was just a good department already and they just wanted to increase it being just that. But then you find yourself in a situation to where the individuals around you are doing something. 3 cops, 1 man on the ground. 1 got his knee in his neck. The other 2, you know, got him by his legs and his back. And then you got the cop that's just standing there. At one point, the cop turns around and he looks. And in his head, you can tell that he's contemplating that this shit is wrong. They finna kill this man. And he's just almost dead standing there. He's not budging. He's not moving. No response. Because he knows, hey, I'm low man on the totem pole, and I can't tell him what to do. As this man rests his entire body, the weight of his body on this man's neck. And so as he stood there saying in his head, hey, when I started this job, I wanted to be a good cop. At that very moment, he became one of the dirty pigs that was out there. He did nothing. He didn't check his buddy. Yo, bro, you already got him handcuffed. Get up. Wasn't man enough to do that. Wasn't man enough to, you know, stop the situation. So he was a part of it. It's all four of them. You know, you intentionally judge this man in public. So I don't blame the pain that's going on in that city right now with the riots and all of that. You know, don't tear up the businesses. It's not about the businesses out there in Minneapolis. Focus your energy. Stay united. Stay safe out there. Definitely stay safe. We seek justice for many. Brianna, Ahmaud Arbery. We seek justice. So, you know, like I say, if you got a platform, definitely use it. This platform wasn't to come on and be, you know, on all politics or, you know, to go in bashing on anybody, any culture, because it's all about, you know, uniting each other, growing, getting better, getting healthy, spiritual strength, unity amongst communities, and definitely helping one another out. So let me give a shout out to everybody that's tuned into the broadcast. I don't know what's going on today, but it look like I got some fans, and I appreciate that. It's your man Lucky Calhoun. This is Talk About It Live. Every Wednesday and Friday, you can jump on and discuss topics with your boy. 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We on here. We just talking discussions, current events. Today we're talking about the Minneapolis murder. And we definitely want to, bring to light all the good things that's going on around us. So Talk About It Live is for you guys out there. If you want to tune in, join in on the conversation. If you got a business, a product that you want to put out there, some music, you singers out there, definitely jump on and we can talk about it here on live with your boy Lucky Calhoun. We'll put you out there. Make sure that my audience sees you and that your audience sees me. That's how it works, and that's how we grow, get bigger. And I want to take a time to give a shout out to an official sponsor of the NLFA. That's one of the corporations. I'm running semi-pro football league out there in Louisiana. I want to give a shout out to FinFan Sports. Got my new Lucky Calhoun Productions jersey in. I'm gonna put applause in right there. Y'all see it for those that didn't catch it. We got the Lucky Calhoun #1 jersey. I don't know if I can turn around on y'all, but I can do what I want to do. But, you know, check it. It's the Lucky Calhoun zoomed in. Got the green and black with the shamrock right there on the neck. This is from FinFan Sports. They're the official provider of jerseys for the NLFA. So shout out to FinFan Sports. And thank you for the jersey. I appreciate it, you know. I like gifts. Gifts are always nice, you know. You keep those business relationships up, especially with the ones that give out free stuff and looking out for you. You know what I'm talking about? And who's out there? I see y'all out there, man. Let me get some shout outs to some of the people out there following. Delicate Marie, I see you out there. Don't Belong to You out there on Spotify. Make sure y'all go pick up that single, most definitely. We got Crabs and Teens in the house. Yes, Crabs and Teens. The east side of Georgia, if you're out there. Lithonia, Stonecrest, Conyers, Covington area. Crabs and Teens, KRAB, and Teens with a Z. Make sure y'all check it out. Crab legs, the best in Georgia, you know, and many other treats on the menu. So check them out there on Instagram. I see my niece out there. What's going on now? Thanks for joining in. Florida checking in. I see you out there. No reason. Couple of questions out there. Oh yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, you know, they came through on the jersey. So definitely doing a lot of sports out there. They providing all the jerseys out there in the NLFA. They ready to go out there. So I can't wait to get the NLFA back on the line, because it's looking like the season might be starting up here in sometime in June. You know, they're already letting people getting back to practicing, so it's a good sign for sports. But we got to make sure that we make sure the social distancing and keeping everybody safe along with the community. So definitely looking forward to the season with the NLFA. And back to what we got going on. So if y'all got anything y'all want to say on it, because I see y'all talking out there, it's definitely a tragedy what happened out there in Minneapolis with George Floyd and the killing of this young king. Definitely out there, uncalled for, unsatisfactory. We looking for justice, looking for truth, and we're hoping that you know, justice is served. But at the same token, the pain that's being released onto the city, you know, it is what it is. You know, just be safe out there, and definitely you know, pray for one another, look out for one another. Make sure your kids are y'all keeping, you know, your kids abreast of what's going on. Don't keep your kids out of the loop when it comes to these issues today, because as you can see, it don't matter how old they are, you know, they fall victim to, from young to old, you know. So make sure that, you know, we're not scaring the kids. There's no reason to scare, because we're not out here in fear. That's one thing we not in, is fear. We're not fearing leaving our homes. We're not fearing living our lives. You know, we're strong individuals. We gonna make it through this just like we made it through every other situation that came in front of us. We're strong people, so we gonna keep pressing forward. But definitely, you know, make sure that our youth knows what's going on, so they can be a part of the solutions, because that's what we need. We need solutions. You know, we out here, you know, doing a lot of keyboard talking, but nobody's really coming with those real solutions. And you know, I had a conversation the other day, and we were talking about positions of power. And I say a lot of the things that we do, we think we're in a position of power, but we're nowhere close to it. We have a long way to go, because you got to think about it. If you start from the top down of this nation, from the president on down, you know, when you start looking at black and brown, you know, what is our representation? And then you come down to the state levels, even in the state levels, from the mayors to the governors, you know, in the black and brown, what is our representation? So along with keeping our kids abreast to what's going on, we also need to let them know that, hey, look, here's your options to life. And it doesn't have to be basketball, baseball, football. We need positions of power. And those positions of power are in those House of Representatives, in those Senate seats, those mayor seats, those governor seats. Our kids are smart enough. Our kids are determined enough. Our kids are more than qualified to fill those positions, and we need to start encouraging them to be politicians, you know, instead of being your everyday quote unquote, hey, what you want to be when you grow up? Oh, I want to be a basketball player. That's cool. I'm not saying fault on dreams. What I'm saying is allow them to understand, when you open the aperture of life and stop looking at the small lens, open the aperture of life and understand that there's a bigger variety. And we need our young brown and black kings and queens in those positions. They're more than qualified. And we got the presidential race coming up, and from what we know, Biden is supposed to be putting his vice president hat in the ring for a black female. Time will tell, and whoever that may be, you know, I'm sure that she will be qualified to fill that position. And all that does is, puts another picture, another face to a position that growing up people thought that we would never be in. And so that encouragement, along with what's going on today, because you have to let those emotions out. Yeah, and I see you with that no reason. What about everybody who didn't get camera footage on those injustices? And that's what I was talking about earlier. It's like, tomorrow something else could happen. There's something going on right now that footage is not kept capturing. And we sit around here, even though we have the footage, we still find ourselves in a situation to where, nothing's being done on the justice side. Oh, we got you, it's just not enough. YouTube got you, just isn't enough. But that same scenario pops up again, and these individuals walk free. But at that point in time, I wanted to say things would get better, but I couldn't. It's real life going on out there. It's real life going on out there. Oh, got no reason for to join on in. Waiting on a connection.
What's good, bro? I know I'm kind of dark out here, man. You gotta excuse me, man. Well, let me open this door up.
Got the pitch black out there?
Can you see me?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir.
My drink getting kind of low, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
I just had to speak on it, man, because it's very upsetting, you know what I'm saying? We're living in times where we're not meant to exist. They don't want us to exist, it seems like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't afraid to say it. It seems like you don't want me here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You look for a chance to try to get ahead in this world, and what do? Put the knee on your neck.
Right.
So,
that's what I was asking earlier when I said, at what point is enough enough? Because at certain times you're like, hey, even if you go to defend yourself, hey, that's assault on the officer. If you go to say, hey, look, you're about to break my arm and you try to pull away, well, that's resisting arrest. It's like, at what point in time do you just sit there, you just become a rag doll, and then you got to depend on the community to jump in, but instead of jumping in, they're just filming. But hey, I'm not saying go in and kill every cop that got me on the ground, but if the community came in and bum rushed the scene just to at least keep me from dying, sometimes I sort of think like, just is it because we strangers we don't jump in? Is it because we scared to die for the sake of justice?
Right. Well, that's why I posed that question. Everybody who ain't got that on footage that is happening to, because it's happening right now as we speak. It's happening to somebody, and they're not getting that type of rapport. I mean, not necessarily say death is the outcome, but there's people dying, and it's not being broadcast like how we found out about this or anything else. So we got to understand that if we don't stand in unity and try to band together, meaning on every aspect, that this gonna continue to happen. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to continue to talk about this on this platform, and it's gonna continue to happen. We got the young gentleman this happened to. I'm sorry this happened to him, but then we're gonna have somebody else, and we're gonna be saying we're sorry that happened to them. Right. So in order for it to stop, if we don't band together, create some sort of unity, we're gonna keep experiencing
unity. That's what it's some, because I was looking at the footage out there in Minneapolis, and all colors, shades, walks of life was out there for that situation. And that was a beautiful thing, because ain't nobody come out there because, we just out here just for all Black lives, Black Lives Matter. No, they came out there for a humanitarian purpose. And that was a beautiful thing, because see, you look at this and you're like, man, we can come together. It just sucks. It has to be, during travesty. during death, during injustices. Like, come on, that's what it takes to bring us together.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. We are strong people, meaning, what I'm saying, everybody that's under the 1%, the 99% that does exist, we know we here. If people don't band together, put their differences aside, and start understanding that they got to rise up, then we gonna be basically a tragedy of our own circumstance. So it's I'm sorry to say it's falling on deaf ears, but unfortunately, that's what we've come to. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people who honestly don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear it from me. They don't want to hear it from you. They don't want to hear it from people on TV. They don't want to hear it all. They tune it all out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, we got the pandemic going on, so people can't just escape the way they used to normally escape. Sometimes people escape to the club, or they do whatever they had to do to escape. Now you kind of like gotta force and face your problems and try to understand what you need to do next.
Right.
And in this world where we live in, where it's totally unfair and it ain't gonna never be fair, we gotta understand that if we don't band together, the never be fair part is definitely true. You know what I'm saying? As long as people are doing what they doing and everybody going this way and that way, the next man ain't looking out for the next man and the fellow man and whatnot, we gonna have this problem, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, mostly we gonna fall on deaf ears. Mostly we gonna fall on deaf ears. But if somebody can spread the message, share the video, you know what I'm saying? Or share your thought with someone to let them know, hey, you know what? Where we coming from? We come from a point where we trying to live, we're trying to survive. We're not trying to die, we're trying to thrive. Right. Then we'll get that. You know what I'm saying? But until then, we gonna be disbanded. This man gonna be greedy. He gonna hold this. The next man gonna try to take from that man. Instead of everybody just sharing the pot. Share the pot. Everybody can get on. We can all eat.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we can all eat. We already know that, but it's just that mentality is out there that infiltrates, and it breaks down the fabric of that unity that we're trying to get to.
See, but that's what happened, bro. Because like anytime somebody record and do getting a knee to the neck and nobody stepping in, you know what I'm saying? Like I was looking at ESPN earlier and they was showing one of the players from one of the sports. I can't remember exactly who it was, but they were basically saying they would have stepped in, they would have intervened. I want to say it was the guy from the Boston Celtics, Brown, and he said he would have intervened. You know what I'm saying? I would have intervened. I would have definitely been arrested. I don't know how anyone can sit around and let something like that happen to people. And I understand the fear that police put people. Yeah, they got cuffs on them. They got a gun on them. You know what I'm saying? That's enough to put fear in people. Don't nobody want to be in cuffs. Don't nobody want to get shot. So ain't nobody really trying to intervene with that. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And when you see something, especially that type of injustice happening, where somebody get choked out to the point they can't breathe, exactly. You got to step in. At least, you know what I'm saying? Even if it means risking the cop pointing the gun at you, like back up. And he ready to shoot you. Exactly. It just gotta happen like that.
But that's what I was talking about. I said, man, if with all those people that was standing around, I get it, you want to record because we definitely want to make sure that we're capturing these moments. But I said, man, it would have been nothing for somebody to Spike Lee with the garbage can and just to break up the situation or to throw a brick or a rock or to bum rush them. Like, when we gonna put the bum rush back on? Because
that's why I brought the whole unity free thing, bro. Because if people ain't already in sync from the beginning, when shit like that happen, it's gonna continue to happen, and it's gonna be allowed to happen because the people ain't in sync. The people ain't in unity. You know what I'm saying? There's a 1% that really exists. And we are the 99. We fall within the 99. My bloodline ain't got none of that 1% shit within it, bro. So I'm in the 99, man. I ain't with home, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of motherfuckers in the 99 feeling like they're in the 1. Nigga, you ain't in the 1. You in the 99. Understand your role, band together. You stronger as a unit. I don't care how much money in the world. It's strengthening people. It's strengthening numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's strengthening numbers. The money is just a numerical data print on some sort of circuit board that shows they got this. They ain't got shit. Mm-hmm. Not when the people come and band together. But this is what we're going through though, bro.
Yep, but this is where we at today, man. Appreciate you joining in on me.
All day, bro. I'ma tune out, man. It's getting hot out here. You see your boy sweating, man. It's hot
Indeed.
out here in Florida, bro.
Yeah, you say that
Hot
right.
out here, bro.
Y'all good down there.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta come up out that hat, let the fro breathe. You
Woo!
know what I'm saying? But you know, I always gotta have on the bull attire, even with the palm trees behind me. You dig?
Chicago
But,
representative. He always got to
yeah,
have something on
all day, bro.
the
All day.
representative. Yeah, I keep
Shit.
my scarf or my something around, but most
But
definitely,
be easy breezy as usual, bro. And
yes,
shit,
sir.
you know, I'm gonna get in tune with you as usual.
Most definitely appreciate you tuning in.
Yes, sir.
It's just like that. No reason down there in Florida tuning in, putting his perspective in on the situation going on in Minneapolis. So, um, trying times, hard times, new times. One thing that I do know is that we are people that can adapt, uh, and that's what we gonna do. We gonna make sure we do what we gotta do to continue on. Make sure that we do try to do it in a unified manner. That people, it's like we echo that every day, right? If only, if only, if only we were to unite. Let's just keep echoing it, because we will. I believe it. Faith in us. It's your man, Lucky Calhoun, man. I want to say thank y'all to everybody that tuned in to talk about it live. It's your man, Lucky Calhoun. Every Wednesday and Friday, tune in, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, where you can come on and broadcast who you are and what you have to say about your products and services. I look forward to having you on as a guest. All you got to do is hit me on the DM or hit the email, Talk About It Live CC on Instagram. And you can join in on one of the sessions and we can talk about it. But I'm going to wrap it on up. You know, it's hard to get people to be in that higher vibration when these things are going on and you see it 24/7. You got to sort of disconnect from some things at times, you know, disconnect from social media, disconnect from news, disconnect from those things that have negative vibrations. And you got to, you know, get some yoga, some meditation, some breathing. Make sure that you reel back in some reality of things that have to be done at all times, still remembering the fight and the struggle that we have every day. So as we move forward, 2020, what a year. As we move forward, y'all stay safe out there. Take care of one another. In the meantime, it's your man Lucky Calhoun. Be easy breezy, young fly, sexy.